Because suicide is so prevalent in our society, especially within the last year and a half with the COVID pandemic, people losing jobs, people being more isolated, people not being able to go to doctor's appointments in person and speak with individuals that they believe that they need to speak with in person versus uh, via computer or phone, etc. I have included the National Suicide Prevention Hotline phone number, also known as the Hope Line. This is just a good resource to have in your phone, um, not only for patients, but for family, friends, and oftentimes for providers themselves. The third emergency that we are going to talk about today is substance abuse turned overdoses. Many individuals who develop substance use disorders are also diagnosed with mental illnesses. Uh, Multiple surveys have found that about half of those who experience a mental illness during their lives will also experience a substance use disorder, be it drugs, alcohol, etc. Substance use disorders occur at high prevalence with those with mental disorders. Obviously, as we see largely in EMS, they kind of go hand in hand with a lot of the patients that we see, homeless, veterans, things like that. Um, Drug use typically starts in adolescence, a period when the first signs of mental illness commonly appear, which can be caused by overlapping factors such as genetic vulnerabilities, things that are inherent in our DNA that are handed down, and environmental factors, things that are within our surroundings, things that we see our friends do, influences of society, of social media, things like that, largely seen in adolescence or are adopted by adolescents because they are at such an impressionable age. Treatment for overdoses, obviously within EMS, we treat the imminent life threats, transport to an appropriate facility. On this next slide, these are screenshots taken from the Wake County EMS protocol set. On the left-hand side of the screen is just a overview of symptoms, things that you may recognize in a patient. And this is just a guide of how and what to treat. On the right-hand side, we have different protocol sets or different treatment options for individuals who may not have the typical overdose. Obviously, we largely see narcotic overdoses and they are treated with Narcan. Additionally, a lot of times we see suicide attempts as polypharmacy overdoses, where patients take Tylenol or aspirin in excessive amounts. They can overdose on beta blockers or calcium channel blockers, anything that they can really get their hands on. Additionally, another big one that we see is tricyclic antidepressants. This is just the treatment for each individual or specific type of ingestion. Additionally, I have included the number for the North Carolina Poison Control. I know that I keep this personally in my phone because largely when we respond to incidents such as polypharmacy overdoses and things like that, we are expected to reach out to North Carolina Poison Control for our treatment path. They will then contact whatever hospital that you will be transporting to give them a heads up of what may be coming in and how they should subsequently treat that particular patient and their case.